Now, we all know that Bitchin' Kitchen is jokes, but every once in a while I feel it's my responsibility to talk about a more serious topic. In case you didn't notice, for about a decade now we've been at war. Us against the bearded hordes in keffiyeh scarves. Freaking hipsters. Today, we're gonna demystify these twits and cook up some hip brunch items so you don't have to head to the coolest uncool place and rub elbows with a bunch of prats that smell like mothballs. We're gonna kick things off with Croissant French Toast Casserole served with Bacon Bourbon infused maple syrup and topped with caramelized shallot butter. Then we're making mini spinach quiches and crispy prosciutto cups. And finally, we're gonna wash it all down with 2 mimosas, maple pink grapefruit, and spiced orange. The spice agent reports on maple syrup.
Not just maple, a 1977 vintage maple tree from the Adirondacks. Bijou.
Panos yaps about butter varieties.
And how to make it interesting.
And then I'm gonna present to you...
Miss G.
Hans, you're not in this episode.
Oh, yes, I am.
I'm gonna present to you, the world, my Brooklyn Hipster Brunch music video. You're watching Nadia G's Bitchin' Kitchen, you nerds. I can't take Hans anymore. I can't. What exactly is a hipster? Sure, we can all point them out with their thick frames, fixie bikes, and vintage wardrobe, but I'm tired of superficial cliches. I want to delve deeper and riff on the hipster psyche. And after months of research, I finally realized that it's impossible. You know why? Because there's no ideology associated with this movement. And irony doesn't count, because that's just another spineless way of not committing to anything. You think my blog sucks? Pfft, it's supposed to suck. You still don't get irony, man. Look, when I was growing up as a grunge kid, we believed in something. Hating everyone, getting smashed. We had values, man. You couldn't just give up dairy, slap on your mother's shawl, and call it counterculture. You had to do something. Get arrested, cut yourself, something, I don't know. Let's get cooking. We're gonna start with our Croissant French Toast Casserole. Now, I particularly love this recipe because in one casserole, you can make French toast for a bunch of people without making French toast for a bunch of people. 6 eggs in a bowl. Add half a cup of whipping cream, 1 cup of whole milk, half a cup of dried blueberries, 1/4 cup of raw sugar, and a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, super small pinch of nutmeg, about 1/8 of a teaspoon. Give it a beating. Here I got about 6 croissants that are a day old and have been cut into chunks. These are great because you go to your local bakery and pick up all the old croissants. Super cheap. Throw them in our mixture and give them a toss. You can make this recipe using day-old brioche, not donuts though. Leave this alone for about half an hour, and every 10 minutes or so, give it another stir so this way the liquid gets all over the place. Here I got a casserole dish that's been greased with butter. Gonna dump in the croissant mixture. And bake at 350 for 45 minutes. While these bake, here are a couple of things I actually like about hipsters. I like facial hair. So much, in fact, that if you shave, I'll break up with you. Listen, it's just plain disrespectful to change your face when I'm trying to pretend you're James Franco, okay? I like skinny jeans. I really do. And I believe the only people who hate skinny jeans are those who don't look good in them. Sorry, it's true. I don't care what you say. Why are you still staring at me? There isn't a number 3. When we get back, we're gonna eat this casserole, then make more stuff, and then eat that stuff. Stay hungry. It's an ironic cliffhanger, no? Welcome back to our hipster brunch. Now, as much as we're all annoyed by hipsters, a little part of us is jealous of their carefree ways. Me, I'm jealous of hipsters and bands. Get this, the other night I go to a show, and between songs, the hipster singer goes, I just wanted to say that this next song is about life, and how sometimes it's hard, but always remember that there's an eagle in all of you. Hit it. Me, I wish I could get away with that. I just wanted to say that this next recipe is about maple syrup, And sometimes life is hard, but always remember that there's a French-Canadian fat kid in all of us. Let's do it. Fry up a 1/4 cup of minced bacon for about 8 minutes until it's very crispy. Then drain all the fat. You really want to get rid of that grease. Pat it down. Now add these crispy bacon bits to 2/3 of a cup of maple syrup. Pour in a little under an ounce of bourbon and mix it up. Awesome, this bacony, bourbony goodness. Onto our caramelized shallot and hazelnut butter. Now making flavored butter is so easy. Check it out. Saute 3 shallots, thinly sliced, and about a tablespoon of butter. And you want to cook them until they're caramelized, about 10 minutes. Remove them from the heat and let them cool completely. Now, throw the cooled shallots into a bowl with 1/2 cup of unsalted soft butter. Add a 1/4 cup of chopped hazelnuts and a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Mix it up. Whoa, it's a burdella managgia. While I finish mixing this up, here's Panos with more on butter.
Thanks, Nads. You can make butter out of any mammal milk. Cows, goats, sheep, buffalo, yaks, and even human breast milk. I know what you're thinking. Bro, that's nasty. You're telling me whoever eats yak butter is not right in the head. Butter is mostly made from cow's milk, and there's basically 2 kinds, unsalted and salted. See, in France, they have all kinds of butters. Beurre de Signy, beurre Charentais Poitou. Each region puts their own snobby spin on it, but in America, all dairy products have to be pasteurized, a process which kills germs and also kills flavor. So all butter pretty much tastes the same. That's why it's fun to add your own spin to butter. Shallots, nuts, spices, whatever you like. We make flavored butter all the time. After we had our first kid, my wife ate nothing but garlic. That butter was interesting.
Thanks, Panos. Our shallot butter is mixed and I've placed it on a long piece of plastic wrap. Roll it to form a cylinder. Perfect. Now this makes an amazing food gift if you want to make people extremely uncomfortable. Just let it chill in the fridge until it's firm. Got one ready to go. Cut it up nice. Let's plate this dish. Look at this beautiful biche. We'll add our caramelized shallot butter and drizzle with this bacon bourbon maple syrup. You're so jealous. So jealous, I know it. This brunch dish has it all. You've got the sweet tang from the dried blueberries, crispy, buttery croissant. Then you've got our bourbon maple syrup, which is sweet with a little bit of salty from that crispy bacon. More. And these hazelnuts add a ton of texture. What more can you ask for from a brunch dish? Nothing. It's enough. No more. Next, we're gonna be making mini spinach quiches in crispy prosciutto cups. I love these. Get your hands on some mini muffin tins and line each cup with a halved slice of prosciutto. Press it in there so it really gets the shape of the cup. Yay! We'll set them aside for now. When we get back, we're gonna stuff our face holes with these mini quiches and get to the bottom of why people really hate hipsters. Stay hungry. Over this break, I've been doing a lot of drinking, thinking, and I think I finally figured out why hipsters are so disliked. You see, as human animals, we use visual cues to assess if someone's a threat. So basically, we take a quick look and calculate. Brooks Brothers shirt, aspiring yuppie. The chinos, he's actually a broke family man. Sensible shoes, ding, 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 I won't end up in his fridge. Hipsters, on the other hand, they come off as duplicitous. Why? Because, no, you're not a myopic mustachioed oil baron from the 1820s who happens to love kitten t-shirts. In fact, you may have just mugged Cyndi Lauper for a tutu, and I don't trust you. Okay? Let's finish up these spinach quiches. Just to remind you, we've got our beautiful prosciutto that we've in little muffin tin cups. Leave that alone for now. Then we're gonna saute 1 minced clove of garlic and 2 tablespoons of olive oil over medium heat. Just a few seconds until golden. Throw in 2 cups of baby spinach and saute for 2-3 minutes until it's wilted. It's really amazing how much volume spinach loses when you heat it up. It's like the padded bra of the food world. Let it cool. Here I got 3 eggs. Add a 1/4 cup of mascarpone. Could also use regular cream cheese. In goes a really small pinch of nutmeg. Tiny pinch of sea salt. The prosciutto's already really salty. Think about that. You can stop thinking about it now. Pepper. And 1/2 teaspoon of lemon zest. Some people like to use a full teaspoon. Not me. Mix it up. Now divide the spinach evenly between the prosciutto cups. Ladle in our quiche mixture. Sprinkle with some chopped chives. And bake at 400 degrees for 10 minutes or until the eggs are cooked and the prosciutto is crispy. The quiche is ready. Aww. Just pop them out and scoff. These prosciutto cups are the best, the best. They're crispy, they're salty, and they perfectly complement this puffy egg. You got the spinach in there, a little bit of garlic. You really taste the mascarpone. These would be just perfect with a nice cup of coffee and a vintage teacup or whatever it is you hipster twits like to do. 2 eggs. Mimosa time, and we're making 2 types, spiced orange and maple pink grapefruit. Now, I love mixing drinks, and what I love most is taking a traditional drink recipe and stripping it down to its bare elements so I can play with the flavor combinations. For example, a mimosa is basically sweet and tangy juice topped with sparkling wine. Now, there's lots of room to have fun with that, and we're gonna start with my maple pink grapefruit mimosa. Get a 1/4 cup of maple syrup, pour it in a pot, throw in 1 cinnamon stick, and simmer on low heat for 5 minutes. Take it off the heat and let it cool. While that cools, here's the spice agent with more on maple.
Thank you, Nadia. Today's spice is maple. Now, maple is wonderful because it adds flavor as well as sweetness. It's a natural sugar with earthy flavor that is made from the sap of the maple tree. While maple syrup is harvested, they often have sugaring off parties. But I'll be honest with you, last time I tried to sugar off in public, I got arrested. I don't know if you remember, Nadia, but in season 2, episode 6, minute 13, I told you that I hate hipsters, and it's true. I absolutely despise them. Everything about them makes me angry. And worst of all, the thing that bothers me the most is that I'm jealous of them. With their $2 Donnie Brasco jackets and their 75-cent 1971 John Deere hat, which through 40 years of existence has managed not to get creased or stained. How is that even possible? And the scarves, let's not even mention the scarves. 1962, Yves Saint Laurent, half checkered, half leopard print, 100% cashmere with colors and couture, oh la la. Which are timeless and more than just trendy, they're eternally stylish. And when you ask them where they got it, they answer you with that smug look on their face. I grabbed it from the 25 cents bin, bro, in corner of Wilshire and La Brea. And one more thing that really pisses me off about hipsters. No matter where they are, no matter what time it is, Somehow, they always have Wi-Fi connection. Back to you, Nadia.
Thanks,
Yecheskel Mizrahi.
Pour the syrup into 2 cups of fresh pink grapefruit juice. And refrigerate for 30 minutes. Listen here, bucko, it's time to call your friends, especially your hipster friends, because after this break, it's the moment you've all been waiting for, the Brooklyn Hipster Brunch music video. I can't wait! Hello, and we're back with our Hipster Brunch episode. Now, sometimes in life you have hard decisions to make, like talk about hipsters or drink mimosas. For our spiced orange mimosa, grab a pot and add half a cup of water, 8 cardamom pods, 16 cloves, 4 star anise, 4 fresh bay leaves, 2 stalks of lemongrass chopped up, and 4 tablespoons of sugar. Bring it to a boil. When it starts to boil, turn the heat down to low and simmer for about 5 minutes until you could really smell those spices. Take it off the heat and let it chill for 5 minutes. Now pour our cooled spice mixture into 2 cups of freshly squeezed orange juice. You can imagine how good this smells. You got the lemongrass, the fresh bay leaves. Mix it up. And into the fridge it goes for half an hour. Now that it's chilled, we're gonna strain out all the herbs. And put it back in the fridge until it's time to party. It's time to party. Grab a champagne flute and fill it up halfway with our maple pink grapefruit juice. Top it off with prosciutto. Grab another glass. In goes our spiced orange. Top it off with prosecco. Cheers. Love it, the sweet earthy maple, you got the tangy pink grapefruit, and just a hint of that cinnamon. It's so refreshing. Time for drink number 2. 3, 4.
It's a Brooklyn hipster brunch. Jump on the L train and take a ride to the Brooklyn hipster brunch. We're slumming it straight from the Upper East Side. It's a Brooklyn hipster brunch. Come and chill while daddy pays the bills. It's a Brooklyn hipster brunch. Grab your crumpets and crump, yeah. Have you brunched at the coolest uncool place? Hey, don't blow those Ray-Bans straight off your face. Girlies so fly with their mom jean tush. Boys' faces heavy like a 70s bush. But don't you eat that vegan ham. Photoshop it, crop it, drop it on Instagram. The organic moss mimosa is so bad it's good. That's right, you'll suck on irony in this hood.
Oh my god, are you Facebook friends with Jay-Z?
Yeah.
It's a Brooklyn hipster brunch. Jump on the L train and take a ride to the Brooklyn hipster brunch. We're slumming it straight from the Upper East Side. It's a Brooklyn hipster brunch. Come and chill while daddy pays the bills. It's a Brooklyn hipster brunch. Grab your crumpets and crump, y'all. We're punk yuppie hippies with vintage flair. Who needs ideology? Look at this hair. And no, we don't dance at shows. We like to keep it cool with a Facebook pose. Who needs a ride when you got rims this thick? Jeans so tight he lost use of his. You never drank a ristretto like this. Costa Rican fair trade, brother so thick. Brooklyn in the house, Silver Lake in the house, Austin in the house.
It's actually a loft, so...
It's a Brooklyn hipster brunch. Grab your crumpets and crump, y'all.
Today on Bitchin' Kitchen, we demystified hipsters and cooked up a snazzy brunch fit for the biggest pretentious prat. We also realized that I'm an amazing rapper and will now pursue this as my full-time career. Come on, who needs a ride when you got rims this thick? Genius. A la próxima, boo. Whatever.